Hi, I'd like to explain more fully my interpretation of the end of the second half of the first Mishnah Masechet Peah. I was doing it on the fly in class, and I don't think I explained it as clearly as I could have. So the Mishnah reads, Elu dvarim sh'adam ochel perotehem ba'olam hazeh. The following are things, mitzvot, for which benefits accrue to me in this world. Va'keren kayemet lo l'olam haba. The principle remains for me for the world to come. And I explained that this is using the language of business, commerce, in which keren means principle, and perot can mean interest, profit, and so on. And these mitzvot are kibud av va'em, honoring parents, gmilut chasadim, acts of loving kindness, hava'at shalom ben adam l'chaveiro, bringing about peace between one person and another, v'talmud Torah k'neged kulam. I would say, above all, let's translate, though one could debate about how to translate k'neged kulam, but let's translate as above all Torah study. So here's what I think is going on in the Mishnah. Here's the point that I think the Mishnah wants to make. In the world as we experience it, if I, as a landowner, look at the experience of giving Peah, then my explanation of what is happening is I own a keren, I own a piece of land, it is my land, and then I give some of the perot, the produce, to the poor. Keren is my land, the perot is the produce that I give to the poor. The Mishnah is suggesting a different paradigm. If we think about the purpose of life, the ultimate purpose, as living a life filled with mitzvot, and B, we see the next world as the world in which I will live in accordance with my deeds in this world, in other words, in accordance with what is truly just, as opposed to what happens in this world where justice in many respects does not reign, and my life experience cannot be said in many ways to correspond to what I deserve based on my actions, good and bad. In the next world, my experience of that world will accord with what I am entitled to based on what I do in this world. So then we could read the Mishnah as saying as follows. The principle of, in this world, the principal possession that I have is the mitzvot, or are the mitzvot that I do. Those are my principal possessions, and they are put away for me, stored away, for the purpose of rewarding me in the world to come. When I die and I go to the next world, I look at my account, or God looks at my account and says, here is the principle that you have created through your acts, and you will be rewarded or punished in accordance with what you have accumulated. And on the other hand, the perot are the degree to which I benefit in this world from having performed this mitzvah. So this is one of those mitzvot where, in addition to having created principle for which I will be rewarded in the next world, I also benefit accrues to me in that I will have an easier life, more prosperous life in some way, my life will be better in this world. But that is not what is primarily important about performing the mitzvah. What is primarily important about performing the mitzvah, the keren, is that it is good, that it is godly, and therefore, in the world to come, I will be rewarded accordingly. So that, I think, is what the Mishnah is doing. It is saying, from a this worldly perspective, what is important is to have land and to have property, to make money, to prosper. And from that, as a secondary act, I give some of that to the poor. The rabbis are suggesting that the way I should see my life and the importance of my actions and the importance of what is in my life, what is most important is the performance of mitzvot. That is the thing of primary value that I create, that I do in this world, and that is saved for me for the next world. The fact that I own land and that it sustains me is necessary, but it is not the purpose of life. It is a necessity of life. And the degree to which I live a prosperous life, and this is a second point, in the case of certain mitzvot, will be affected by the performance of, I don't think I said it right, let me say it again. The degree to which I am prosperous in this world will be affected to a certain extent by the performance of certain mitzvot, which for whatever reason do not only build up a keren for me for the world to come for which I will be rewarded, but also create benefit for me in this world. I hope that this makes what I was saying clearer. Take care. See you next Monday.